Just believe in yourself. Even if you don't, pretend that you do. And at some point, you will. Basically, you have to fake it till you make it. Hello, my dear learners. Welcome to my channel. My name is Namita. I hope you are all doing fine. And today we are going to talk about a very simple 3-step approach towards a fluent English. Now, I have been sharing a lot of tips, techniques and methods to become fluent in English, but this is the most simple approach that any beginner can use to start speaking English fluently. Okay, so before I talk about the 3 steps, I want to ask a question to all of you. Tell me, how did you learn to speak your mother tongue? When you were probably 1.5-year-old or 2 years old, a child starts to pick up some words from the mother tongue at the age of 1, 1.5. 2.5 by 3 children start speaking good sentences in their mother tongue when we get them admitted into school. So they are already speaking. How did you pick that language up? Like for me, my mother tongue is Hindi. So definitely Hindi was the first language which I picked up. Now Hindi, because it was a subject in school, those of you who have studied Hindi know that Hindi also has a Vyakaran, right? So when I studied Vyakaran, I realized that Hindi also has all the same things that English grammar has. Like in English we have nouns, in Hindi it is called Sangya. The pronouns are called Sarvanam. Let me tell you more. Verbs are called Kriya. Adverbs are called Kriya Visheshan. And there are more words. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because Hindi was very hard for me. But Hindi also has Vyakaran. It has Sandhi, Samas, everything that English grammar has. But I picked my language, my mother tongue, Hindi, before I got to know about the Vyakaran and all the Sangya, Sarvanam, Sandhi, Samas, Kriya, Kriya Visheshan, everything. So how did you learn your mother tongue? Did your parents or anyone tell you about the whole details? Do we teach a child that there is a Vyakaran beta, there is a subject, there is a predicate, there is a verb, the 3 forms of verb, and then we have tenses, and this is how you form a sentence? How does a child learn to speak a language, his or her mother tongue? He or she picks it up from their surroundings, right? The parents are speaking a language which the child automatically picks up. The first few words are mama, because they notice the lip movement, how the parents are speaking. Mama, everybody is saying mama, papa. So these are the sounds which are easier. So they start saying the same things, mama, Papa. Later on they'll say pani peena hai, khana khana hai, ghummi jana hai. This is how they listen to their own people, their parents, the family members, and they start speaking it. And automatically the sentences start becoming longer. Mama, mujhe school nahi jana hai. How do they speak it? Have we told them that there is a subject? You, beta, you are Sangya. When you are saying main, mujhe, it is all Sangya or Sarvanam. Then there is a verb, school के बाद नहीं जाना है. We don't tell them all these things. Still, they are speaking. This is a very natural human instinct which works for each one of us. It is, imagine if a small child can do this, you are all adults. I know most of my viewers are all adults. You are either working or in college or even older people. So you all can do it much easily. If a 2-year-old, 3-year-old child is doing it, what is he doing now? He is imitating the same sentences, the language which everybody around him is speaking. You have to do this similar thing. You have to start imitating. You have to start replicating. You have to start copying this English language from the people. If you don't have them around you, then you have to find those people and start replicating the language that they are speaking. Just like a child is not taught Vyakaran, grammar of his or her mother tongue or native language, similarly you don't have to get into grammar. Don't wait for grabbing and grasping all the grammatical rules that the day I would know how to use a past perfect continuous tense, I won't be able to speak. You don't have to get into any grammar, any subject predicate, any prepositions. All 8 parts of speech are not supposed to be learnt to start speaking in English. That can be something which you can learn because you are interested in it, or you have to teach it to someone else. If your focus is only building up your spoken skills, speaking in English is all that you aim for, then you don't have to get into the details. Simply start imitating and replicating the language. Now, replication doesn't mean that you start saying the same way the person is speaking. Replicating means you have to observe what they are using. See, all of us, our mother tongue, is it that all the people are saying? For Hindi, I can tell you that everybody is speaking it in a different way. Someone will say, "और भाई क्या हाल चाल है?" Other person, "और भाई क्या हाल चाल है?" Everybody will say it in a different way. So you have to keep your originality intact. At the same time, you have to pick that language up from them. And once you observe the way they are speaking, you will automatically start speaking it on your own. It will be a very simple process. The first step has to be copying that language. But at the same time, you have to keep your originality intact. Suppose you are listening to me now. I say, "Hello my dear learners, welcome to my channel." Now someone will say, "Hello my dear learners, welcome to my channel." Someone will say, "Hello my dear learners, welcome to my channel." Some people say, "Hello guys, what's up, welcome to my channel." Everybody has their own style, right? So you have to have your own style. You will pick the language from them, but not copy the style of their speaking. That's not something you're supposed to do. You have to maintain your originality, but the language, the words, the sentences, you have to pick from them, and then you don't need to get into the vocabulary separately, the grammar separately, the rest of the rules separately. You can easily build sentences, you can easily create a wonderful speech of your own, but make sure that your originality is intact. This is what you are going to do, and for that you have to listen to people who you can understand easily. If you will start listening to the native English speakers who have an accent, they speak very fast. They have an accent and they eat up words. In US English, there are a lot of slangs. So they speak very fast. Sometimes it's very difficult to comprehend what they are saying. So it's better at the initial stage to listen to someone who you can understand very easily. Those who are speaking English in a easy and simple manner, those who are not using very pompous words, and those who are not using very complicated formation of sentences, something you can easily understand. Now everybody has their own understanding, so it's completely upon you, the person you can relate best with. Listen to those people. Now there is one warning on YouTube. If you're choosing YouTube as a medium to listen to people and learn English, then beware of people who themselves are at learning stage and have come up to give you tips and tricks. Don't listen to them, because they are themselves making a lot of mistakes while speaking. You will pick the same mistakes. This is what is happening. Now everybody is speaking very makeshift kind of English. Now when I say makeshift, it's like they are speaking all the wrong sentences because someone has picked it up and they have come to teach you, and you're picking up the same mistakes. Don't go in for conversation with people who are not good at English themselves. So you have to be wise enough to listen to someone who you feel is speaking right. If you would listen to just anyone, then you will only be able to learn that makeshift kind of English where everybody is using gonna, wanna, gotta, hi guys. That's it. This is what is happening because of this YouTube platform, because everybody is duplicating the content and putting it here. What is happening is a very useless kind of English is prevalent. Everybody is speaking that I am gonna do this, I wanna speak in English, I gotta go there. It is US slang, it is not the correct English. People learn yeah, really, yeah, I do that. There is a na usage very common. People say, I'm telling you na, I'm going to do there na, I joined the classes na. You will pick up the same English. Those who are at their learning stage are just somehow managing to form their sentences. Listen to someone. There are so many good Indian speakers who are speaking English wonderfully. There is no dearth of such people. So many people are there. Be wise enough to at least listen to someone who is an expert, who can guide you well. Don't listen to people at learning stage, otherwise you'll pick their mistakes also. You don't want that. So this was first step, where you are going to copy, replicate or imitate what the other English speakers are saying, but at the same time you have to be wise enough who you are listening to, just like you did it in your mother tongue. Now the second thing is that you don't have to just work on your speaking, you have to work on your writing skills, you have to work on your reading skills, you have to even work on your listening and speaking at the same time. So all the four skills have to go together. Like for reading, I keep telling you there are numerous books that are there available. You can search, you can Google them. There are some famous books, self-help kind of books, which can be really beneficial. Read every day, read it out loud so that your ears are able to hear what you are speaking, and your mind, subconscious mind, is getting trained at the same time that it has to speak the same English which you are speaking while you are reading. So reading is not something you can skip. It has to happen every day. Read every day, not just for your language, but to put something better here also. Otherwise, there is so much of filthy content available online. You just keep playing the reels, all the garbage will get into your head. So just to put something valuable into it, you have to read. You have to read it for your self development. You have to read it for your own improvement. So make reading a part of your life. Stop saving yourself from reading. I don't have time. What do you mean you don't have time? You have time to spend 10 hours on this idiot box, but you don't have time to spend it on a book. Before the technology, people had only books. The only source of information were books, newspaper, magazines. You have to use it. So don't be dependent on technology. We have created technology. Technology has not created us. So never skip reading. Reading should be a part of your everyday routine. Now comes the writing part. Make sure that you write something every day. Something, a few lines, not if not a lot, at least 5-6 sentences. Like I even shared about journaling, that you can journal, you can write about all the good things that happen to you in a day. End of the day, write all the good things. That's called gratitude journal, that the things that you are thankful for, write those things down. Or you can plan your day, write the things what you are going to do in the entire day. If you have meetings in your office, if you are going to start a new venture, what steps are you going to take for it, how much progress have you made in your English, everything you can write down. Or if nothing else, I always start my videos with a quotation, an inspiring quote, inspiring lines. Just write them down. If you have nothing else, listen to how I begin my video and write those inspiring lines down, and add 2-3 from your side, how it has made you feel, what have you learned from it. So this is how you can work on your writing, because writing is also magical. See, there is a wonderful connection. People will tell you to write on a notepad, just use your phone, don't use paper, pen and this and that. You don't know the value of these things. Paper, pen hold a lot of value. You are connected. Just imagine your brain is saying something, it is coming down to your hand is holding the pen, it is touching the paper. Are you noticing the connection? It will never be there with a notepad or with any other application. It has to be a direct touch, then only it will show its magic. So don't be lazy to just write things. Write them down, keep a diary. What's the big deal? A diary can be a part of your bag or your purse. It's not something very heavy that you can't really use it. So make sure that you write those good thoughts down. At least one positive thing write every day. About listening, I've already talked about that. You are just going to listen to people who are speaking good English. Don't listen to quacks, the people who copy content from someone else and then present it in a very broken manner to you. Don't work on using a makeshift kind of English. Work on having good English language skills, and that will happen with reading. Reading will help you there, and listening to people who are speaking good English, understandable English, and are adding some value into your life, who are not just making you say, I am doing it now, yeah, I did that, yeah, this is so nice, yeah, I am gonna meet him today. Don't listen to that English. You will pick up the same English and then everybody will speak wrong English. Our aim is to work on speaking good English. Let's remove this English banner from only the elite. We can speak English too. You can speak English too. It's not a big deal. Just the way you learned your mother tongue, you will be able to learn English also. So you have to work on all four skills. Of course, speaking is another one. Speaking is something you have to do every day. Speak to yourself. Don't wait for a buddy to come and speak to you. Oh, I don't have a speaking partner. Why do you need a speaking partner? Be your own partner. How can anybody else be a better friend to you than you yourself? It is It is actually the problem that we are not having a bond with our own selves. The love we don't have for our own self, we start looking for it outside into other people. Find that love within yourself. Find that friendship within yourself. Find that bond within yourself. Connect yourself to your own self. You are your own charger. Let you fill your own battery. So start talking to yourself. Every day talk to yourself. Keep giving yourself some sympathy for all the pain that you're going through. Keep boosting your confidence. Keep motivating yourself. Keep inspiring yourself. So whatever you've written, say all the things to yourself. Whatever you're reading, say all the things to yourself. So the second step is that you have to work on your reading, writing, listening and speaking. Now comes the third step, which is very significant and people don't talk about it at all. It is working on your inner voice. So there is an inner voice which is there in everybody. What I am saying is my outer voice, and what you will speak, practice will be your outer voice. But there is an inner voice which is always there to tell you that you are not good enough. You are not speaking good English. Oh, you are making a lot of mistakes. People will make fun of you. They are going to judge you. You are not good at English. Don't let that inner voice pull you down. The inner voice should motivate you further. But how will we do that? We have to convert that negative inner voice into positive inner voice. How will we do that? This will happen by putting all the positive thoughts. See, if I have a piece of land which has soil everywhere, in half of the land I start sowing seeds. I put some lemon seeds into it, some whatever I have, and I do it actually from my kitchen. I never throw away the seeds, be it any seed. Even if it doesn't sprout, it has to go inside a few pots, whatever soil I have in my balcony. So I put those seeds there, the orange seeds, as I said, lemon seeds, mango seeds, whatever seeds you have, put in that soil. After a few days the seed will sprout into a plant, but the other half where we have not planted anything will also have some plants, the unwanted plants, the weeds, the basic grass, the plants which are not useful. So these plants are all negative. These are the same thoughts which are always occupying our mind, that we are not good enough. So if we have to change this inner voice, we have to start putting in some positive content into it. And that will happen through these books. When I say reading, these books will do the task for you. They will start sowing the seeds of positivity and motivate you to do better in your life and change your inner voice. The inspiring quotes, the people who are already successful, listen to their success stories. This will sow the seeds of positivity into you and help you change your inner voice. Now your inner voice should start saying that people are appreciating you for your English. Wow, you've started speaking very good English. Your English speaking skills are improving by every passing day. Your English is getting better. You are becoming an eloquent speaker. Are you getting it? The same inner voice has to start saying the positive things to you. Then only your mind will understand that it's so important to work on your own self. So these were the 3 simple steps that you need to follow if you really want to speak English fluently and confidently. You don't have to get into any details. This is the simple formula, the simplest thing. Don't join courses, don't buy courses, don't go to institutes. Something you can do on your own. You are capable enough of doing it. Start believing in yourself that you can do it on your own. You are the best teacher for your own self. Alright, so just believe in yourself, and on this positive note, I am going to end this video. We'll see you in my next one. Till then, keep practicing your English, keep forming smaller sentences, and one day you are going to be a very fluent English speaker. That's my promise to you. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.